Namaste, I'm the Queen of Cups, Montreal. This week's reading features the Universal Goddess Tarot and will give you insight regarding the spiritual energy, work, and gifts you will be engaged in for the month of September. At this point, I invite you to pick the deck or crystal which resonates strongest for you. In the video description, you will find links for my spiritual services, my Etsy store for healing crystals and necklaces, and my social media. You will also find timestamps for your chosen reading, which you can use to navigate the video. Thank you for joining me. Please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications on future readings. As always, love all and harm none. This includes yourself. Namaste, Charoite group. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is going to be about the month of September, what you can expect, the energy of the month, what to avoid. It's been an interesting summer, to say the least, but let's see what fall has in store for us. So position number 1 is the overall energy of September, what to expect for the overall. So here we have the 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like, yes, it's going to be a time of plenty, but you're still not all the way there. So something to consider. What is stopping you? What is blocking you? We'll address that further on in the reading. But it's about saying, like, you're in a good place. It's not the ideal place, but you're in a good place. You're growing. There's growth. But as you can see with the little snake here in her basket, sometimes there can be a little hiccup in our plans, or hiccup. And this month could be about pruning those weeds, pruning those hiccups, making sure that fall goes forward without a hitch and in a more balanced, healing, prosperous, abundant way. Position number 2 is something to release, and I think that it will relate to that little snake in the grass. All right. So this is the Hanged Man. Is it that you're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit unsure because you're worried about that hitch in the plan? Could it be that you're balancing two options? Like, yes, I could go forward, but what if? I think that snake may represent the what if mentality. So whatever you need to release is this uncertainty, this fear of the unknown, this indecision. Any inaction or not choosing is still a choice. So even if you make the wrong choice, which I don't believe there is, because we're on a certain path for a reason, something can be learned from every right or quote unquote wrong choice. So not choosing or not acting is still a choice. Remember that, and try and release this month your indecision or your stagnant energy of like feeling stuck. Something to reevaluate for my Charoite group. I feel like this has to do with very much like the manifestation, material manifestations. So evaluate, where are you seeking like material gain? What are you doing with work? How are you feeling about work? How are you feeling about your finances? I feel like there's a new start coming, or something to address. A promotion could be a new job altogether, or it could be that you want to start something separate on your own, like a little business you've been thinking about, or even a hobby that you were wondering, could it be more? So there's a new start in the material world. It could be very abundant and fruitful, but I feel like for this new start, you're holding out. You're like, I don't know if it'll be successful. I don't know if it'll be a good thing yet. So I'm just going to hold out and wait. And I think that this requires and deserves your action and your attention and your trust. Number 4 is something that's been neglected. Position number 4 is something that's been neglected. It's something that you have kind of maybe turned a blind eye to purposefully, or accidentally. It just kind of slipped in our grasp. We can't have everything on our dashboard at all times. So there's a little bit of upheaval in your life, or there's impending upheaval. There's change that's being thrust on you. There's a transition that's being thrust on you because perhaps you put it off too long. I feel that speaks to the Hangman here. What's happening is it's saying like you've put off the choice so long that now it's going to be thrust upon you. So perhaps you've neglected that kind of element of transition and transformation, and now you're at this point where yes, you have to start new and you have to get yourself unstuck. So I feel like once again this speaks to the new beginning that's waiting for you in some sort of material manifestation. Remember, material could be money, career, education, business. It can be in any aspect of those. For me, it could also be family, or home matters. Though I feel like when it gets to more the relational aspects, that would be the Cups family. But this could be something on the home front, maybe a renovation in the house that needs to be done. 5 is something to look forward to this month of September. And I feel like you're going to get a revelation. Something's going to be revealed to you. Something's going to come to you. Your eyes are going to be open. The illusion's going to be gone. So I do feel like you will look forward to finally being decisive and going, I see clearly now. The picture is so clear now. And I think that that's where you are. It's saying, you know, you can look forward to knowing and seeing and illusions being revealed and torn away, and just being able to see the situation for what it's worth, so that you are confident enough to move forward and make this choice on the home front or educational front or what have you. Position number 6 is something that will help you heal. What's a message or an idea, a notion that can help you heal? You know that you are loved, that you are supported, that your cup runneth over, perhaps. That even though I feel like this journey is about serving others, it could be your friends or your family or the world, know that you have what it takes. You're full of love, you're full of abundance, you have what it takes to give of yourself. And there's a little bit of joy in your life. The clouds are clearing. You're having a more optimistic turn once the veil's lifted. So there is joy and love and manifestation and flowing energy, even though I find like you're a service-oriented person, or you're like, that's your language of love is service. Or it could be that your profession is service. I'm going to summarize, guys. I feel that this month the energy will be about getting those last bits and pieces in place before you can go to the next level. Something to release your indecision or your inaction. Don't worry, you know, you can't make, there's no wrong choices, only lessons, right? Or no missteps, only lessons. Something to reevaluate is that material matter. Is it the home, career, finance, education? Something is needing to be reevaluated. A new start could also be in question. Where are you going? What's your path? I feel that something you've neglected is like kind of this transition that's demanding to be made and demanding to be addressed. What can you look forward to? Everything becoming clear. You know, what's to come. You're going to have a clarity, and it's going to be like this new moon energy where things are coming back into focus again. Full moon energy, new moon energy, where things are being revealed again. And then finally, something that will help you heal is the support and love, and not only around you but within you. You're a deeply loving person with a big wide open heart chakra, and that will always lead the way if you let your heart lead. Okay, so I want you to have, I'm trying to narrow down the crystals these days, guys, because I think that the laundry list can be a bit much, but I want you to have something for courage, which is carnelian. And you can address that in the root or sacral chakra. I also want you to have something for love, because you're already a very loving person, but you don't want those well springs to dry up. You don't want to give so much of yourself. You want to keep nurturing that loving energy, because ultimately that's what's going to lead your way. So you can get some rhodonite, pink agate, pink Botswana agate, or rose quartz for that. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I hope you received it today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again next week. Namaste, guys. Namaste, Kyanite group. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is going to be all about Um, the month of September, what you can expect, what to look forward to, what to avoid, and kind of preparing you for the month ahead. Summer's been strange. We'll call it interesting. No, summer's been interesting, but we'll see what fall will, basically how fall will start off for us. Position number 1 is what energy you can expect for the month of September. What's the overall energy this month for you? So I feel like you're doing a lot of thought work, mental work. I feel like you're coming up with new solutions, new ideas. Your mind is really a buzz. And it's interesting because the Charoite group also got kind of a new energy, but in the Pentacles family. So I do feel like there's going to be new thoughts, new ideas coming to you. Your mind's going to be very, you're going to have a lot of mental acuity and activity and potentially transformation. Position number 2 is something to release. What can you release this month? I feel like there's this energy of always being the peacemaker, keeping things balanced, keeping things neutral, but the onus kind of falls on you of keeping everybody cool and calm at work, at home. Whatever arena you're in, it's kind of like it's on you, Kyanite group, to feel like you're the one responsible for keeping tempers cool and for keeping everything balanced and for keeping everything structured and stable. And that's not necessarily your responsibility, and perhaps that's what's coming up. Why do you need to release it? Because the onus is not all on you to make sure everybody's good and happy and balanced. You have to focus on your own ideas, your own thoughts, your own wants, your own needs. I think that could be what you're starting new. Something to reevaluate for the month of September, and this might give us a clearer picture for the rest of the reading. Something to evaluate. Once again, it's in the Swords family, so this could be messages, information, spiritual messages could even be. Spiritual messages, intuition, the dreams you've been having. There's a very lunar resonance with this card. So I do feel like it's intuitive messages and dreams. There's something to reevaluate in your spirit life, in your dreams, in your intuitions and meditations that is trying to send you a message. Reevaluate how you're addressing these messages. Reevaluate how you're perhaps nurturing your mental well-being and your mental activity and your third eye activity. Something that the Kyanite group has neglected. Perhaps you might want to spend a little bit more time seeing to it this September. I think that you're a very spiritual person. I think that you're a very mental person, but it could be that you need a little bit more time with people you love and trust, collaboration, unity, togetherness, maybe a little respite from all that mental work you're always doing, which is not a bad thing if it's not negative thoughts. But I do feel like you need to get outside of your head a little bit, spend time with people that you know and care about, and maybe even voice these ideas and these notions and these intuitive messages that you're getting. Get them out there. But I do feel like you need to be with people you love and trust, and that you can rely on to share these ideas with and your notions with. What is something to look forward to this month for the Kyanite group? I feel like there's also a new beginning here. I feel like a lot of people are undergoing a new beginning in September. So I feel like there is a new beginning for you, a new adventure. Maybe one of these ideas here or messages here will cause you to strike out on your own and go a different path or entertain a different aspect of your life. It doesn't have to be grand, but it could be something where you're entertaining a different aspect of yourself or a different energy of yourself. So I do feel like there's a new beginning, a new adventure, a little experiment, little exploration coming for you this September. Something that will help you heal. Let's take a look here. I feel that here we have the Nine of Swords. So perhaps it's like putting those negative thoughts out the window. I feel like you're very active mentally. You're very like quick and clever and keen. You're a thoughtful person. And I feel like sometimes it can get the better of us and we can end up thinking a lot of negative thoughts when we're so trapped in our mind. So something that can help you heal is to get out of these negative thoughts, get out of these negative ruminations that can kind of sink in when we're doing a lot of mental work. I did want to clarify a few things. I don't always clarify, but this time I feel like it called for it. I want to know more about the energy this month for the Kyanite group. It's definitely very mental or thoughtful, but I'd like to know more about that. Yeah, so here we have the Six of Swords. And I feel like it's something of a victory, like a new beginning, a new setting out, a victory, a challenge where you can say, okay, I'm going to go forth and I'm going to really break out of my shell or break out of what's been going on lately. I feel like this is a new destination, new journey. You're feeling like striking out and bold. And I feel like the Ace of Swords with the Six of Swords kind of couples together to make me feel like you have a new idea and you want to put what's past in the past and move forward with something new and creative. I also want to know more about what you need to release. Yeah, I think you just need to have a little bit of fun. Stop worrying about everybody. Stop worrying about if everyone's happy, if everyone's good, if everything's balanced. A little less worry. So release your worry and the responsibility you take for other people, perhaps. And I think that there's going to be important messages coming to you. Reevaluate those messages now in the context perhaps of this reading or in the context of the changes that will happen. Finally, I want to explore the something that will help you heal. I want to clarify that. So I feel like, yeah, it's like, once again, I think that's pretty clear. It's the Five of Coins. So something that will help you heal is just let go of the negative ruminations, negative thoughts, the ideas of lack or loss. Like, it's time to change your mind. And I feel like that's what's speaking to here. Change your mind, change your thoughts, have a little fun, tap into your intuition and tap into spirit and fun and friends. Alright guys, so as I mentioned, I don't want to go too crazy because before it was like a laundry list of crystals, and I think that now I want to narrow it down a little bit more. So I feel like you need positivity. That's what goes without saying. So you could use a little bit of citrine for a little positivity and you know, a little amp up that vibration. Citrine. You could do tiger's eye, golden tiger's eye for that. And I also feel like you need to let go of negativity. There's negative thoughts that are popping up. And for that, you want to really speak to your earth chakra. So you want to do some obsidian or some smoky quartz. This is mahogany obsidian, in order to transmute some of that negativity. So dark crystals will do that, hematite, that sort of thing. You guys, with every reading, I add a little love and light and namaste energy. I hope you felt it today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again next week. Take care, guys. Namaste, Selenite group. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned in the introduction, this reading is about the month of September, what to pay attention to, what to avoid, and the overall energy of the month. So thank you for joining me. Position number 1 is the overall energy for the month of September. I know summer's been a little bit crazy, but hopefully fall will have a different energy for us as a community, as a global community, and also as individuals. So position number 1 is the energy of the month, as I mentioned, and this is the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like you're going with an idea. You have an idea, you have a thought, you have a path, you have a plan, and you're striking out with it. You're no longer afraid. You're no longer being held back. I feel like something is unleashed. I feel like it definitely started in the mind and your thoughts, and it's now you're able to manifest it into the world. You're able to take this wisdom and this learning and unleash it on the world. So here you have kind of somebody you're leaving in your dust and leaving behind. And I feel like that could represent somebody, but it most likely will represent old thought patterns, old limitations. I feel like with this energy of the Knight of Swords, you're unleashing yourself, your wisdom, your knowledge, your knowing, your learning. It's going to be a very positive month for you overall. That's my take on it. Position number 2 is something that you can release. I feel like you're really unburdening yourself and you're really taking your wisdom to the next level. So what can you release to help you along that journey? 8 of Coins is definitely about creation. It's about letting go, the afterlife and the life cycle in this deck. This is the Universal Goddess deck, by the way. And it's about that cycle of creation. So what it's saying is, yes, you know, you're creating something new. Be able to release the old. Be able to release old patterns, release old stuff, and create something new. Let go of the notion perhaps that it's already out there for you to find. Maybe you have to go out there and create it. So this is about development, growth, and manifestation. It's about taking something from nothing. So in terms of what you need to release, I feel like it's about releasing the past, releasing old ways of doing things, releasing old patterns, and a little bit releasing like social mores and social constructs and things that have already been there. Of course, do no harm, but I feel like it's about hedging your own way. So release the status quo, basically. Something to reevaluate for the Selenite group this month. What do you need to reevaluate? I feel like your emotional energy, your emotional world, this could be friends, family, or love, like romantic love. I feel like something needs to be reevaluated and addressed. I feel like there's a new energy that's wanting to come in. You'll see she has a new moon on her forehead. And it's about allowing new energy to enter in, allowing new energy to take hold. So I feel like, and we will clarify that one after, but I feel like you should reevaluate something in the emotional arena of your life, the relational arena in your life. Something that you've neglected and may want to pay a little bit more attention to in September. I think you've neglected yourself in a way, like finding peace and solitude and serenity. Have you been keeping up on your mindfulness, on your meditation? I feel like you've kind of neglected that inner sanctuary and that inner sanctum for the busyness and the manifestation you're doing outwardly. I feel like it would be a good time to take some time for yourself, slow down, be still, you know, do a spa day kind of thing, like really slow down, a cleanse, a mental cleanse, and a technology cleanse, you know, to really get your mind and spirit serene and quiet and tranquil. Get a baseline again on those inner worlds and inner waters. What is something to look forward to, Selenite group? What is something you can look forward to in the month of September? I feel like you're really going to get in touch, and that's kind of clear in position number 1. You're going to get in touch with your gifts, with your tools, with your skills. This is Demeter. You're going to get in touch with your ability to manifest and to reap abundance for yourself, and to really to be fertile with new ideas and new energies and new perspectives. Just manifest, manifest, manifest. And I feel like this is going to be something to look forward to. You're going to make some gains, and you're going to also tap into how powerful you really are and how capable and skilled you really are. So I love that for you. Something that will help you heal this month. What will help the Selenite group heal this month? I feel like here we have the Knave of Coins, and I feel like it's about being able to, once again, manifest. I feel like you're going to be manifesting something in the real world. You're going to have something to call your own. You're going to have something that you say, I did this, I created this, I manifested this, you know, more or less on your own. Yes, you get support. Yes, the universe supports you, your loved ones support you, but this is your brainchild. This is something you gave birth to. So I feel like what will help you heal is knowing that this is something of your own making, of your own creation, and of your own wisdom and your own hard work. So that's definitely something to look forward to. I want to clarify position number 3. I think the rest seem pretty clear, but I want to clarify position number 3, something to reevaluate. It's definitely something in the emotional arena, but I'd like to know a little bit more about that. Okay, so I feel like this ties into position number 4. This is the High Priestess. I feel like you need to reevaluate spiritual connection, spiritual ties. The emotion and spirit go very closely together, so reevaluate those spiritual connections you have. I feel like you're going to have an opening up maybe to your guides, your angels, the universe, your soulmate. There's some sort of emotional and spiritual intertwining here that's going to take place, that you could really explore spirit in an emotional way, or explore emotions in a spiritual way. So that's something to reevaluate, your emotions and your spirit, and how you can bring them together. Perhaps how you can use spirit to help you heal your emotional stuff. Alright guys, as I mentioned, I wanted to keep it much simpler with the crystals, because I think before I was giving you guys too much. So with that being said, I want you to keep your mind really, really acute and clear. So for that, you can have some selenite or any other third eye crystal, like blue quartz or lapis lazuli. I love lapis for, this is blue quartz. I love lapis also for the mind. You're having a lot of mental stuff going on. The benefit of the lapis, the blue quartz, and the selenite is it'll also help you relax. It'll also help you to channel that inner stillness. And I want you to have confidence. You're going to create something really big and beautiful starting this month or in this month. So honor that with some citrine, with some tiger's eye, with some yellow calcite. Honor that solar plexus chakra. You guys, with every reading, I send out a little love and light and namaste energy. I hope you felt it today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again next week. Namaste, guys.